Welcome to today's explainer. So let me ask you a question. Did you know that taking time off for a new baby, a sudden medical emergency, or a family crisis no longer means sacrificing your entire paycheck here in Colorado? It's true. Today, we are breaking down literally everything you need to know to navigate the Colorado Family and Medical Leave Insurance Program, which most people just call FAMLI. We're going to cover exactly how to apply, who qualifies, and how to avoid those really common pitfalls that could end up delaying your benefits.
Let's face it, dealing with a major life event, whether that's welcoming a new baby, battling a serious illness, or navigating some kind of trauma, that is stressful enough on its own. The absolute last thing you need is the added anxiety of losing your income while you're trying to focus on what truly matters. Well, Colorado recognized this, and that is exactly why this whole program was created in the first place.
16 weeks. Through the family program, you could get up to 16 weeks of paid leave for things like pregnancy or childbirth complications. But wait, it actually gets even better. Starting in January of 2026, if a newborn requires neonatal intensive care, parents can access up to 12 additional weeks. So put those together, and under specific compounding circumstances, you could theoretically be eligible for up to 24 or even 28 weeks of paid leave. I mean, that is just massive for families.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, welcome to Colorado FAMLI. Second, we'll cover eligibility and leave types. Third, a step-by-step application guide. Fourth, avoiding common mistakes. Fifth, FAQs and FMLA crossovers. And finally, number 6, resources and final takeaways.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1. Welcome to Colorado FAMLI.
So, at its core, think of FAMLI as a safety net. It's designed to actually pay a portion of your wages while you're out on leave. Now, the exact amount you get is going to depend on your income, but just to give you an idea of the scale here, by July of 2026, the maximum weekly benefit is going to cap out at $1,448.02. And critically, this isn't just about the money. It's really about peace of mind. If you've been working for your current employer for at least 180 days before your leave starts, FAMLI actually provides job protection. That means your position is literally waiting for you when you get back.
And to brilliantly illustrate that we aren't just talking about, dry bureaucratic paperwork here, take a look at this. Kayla, a Front Range mom, called this program a quote-unquote miracle for her recovery from domestic violence using what's called intermittent safe leave. For her, and honestly for thousands of other Coloradans, this program isn't just a policy, it's a vital lifeline. It provides that essential safety and stability exactly when it's needed most.
Moving right along to Section 2, eligibility and leave types. Let's see who qualifies.
You might be surprised by this, but the financial barrier to entry is actually really low. To be monetarily eligible, you simply need to have earned at least $2,500 in Colorado wages, specifically wages subject to family premiums, over roughly the past year. That's literally it. So whether you're working full-time, part-time, or kind of piecing together multiple different gigs, as long as your total covered wages hit that $2,500 mark in the state's base period, you completely clear the financial hurdle.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is the sheer scope of covered events. Obviously, you have the standard parental bonding leave and medical leave for yourself, but you can also take leave for military exigencies, safe leave for domestic abuse, and, like we mentioned, soon neonatal care. But I really want you to pay close attention to medical leave to care for a family member. Colorado takes a super expansive view of what family means. We're not just talking blood relatives or spouses, it actually includes chosen family. That means any individual with whom you share a significant personal and family-like bond, regardless of any legal relationship. How amazing is that?
Okay, so how do you actually get the money? That brings us to Section 3, our step-by-step application guide.
I know government portals can sound intimidating, but I promise you, this is actually a really straightforward 4-step process. First things first, you've got to register a secure identity profile with login.gov. Second, you take that login and use it to create your specific My Family Plus claimant account right on the Colorado State portal. Third, you just hit that Start Claim button on your dashboard. And finally, step 4, you'll walk through a digital questionnaire. It's going to ask for your personal details, your employment history, the reason you're taking leave, and how you want to get paid, like direct deposit or a prepaid debit card. Just think of it like a simple online to-do list. You check the boxes, and you're good to go.
But listen up, because timing is absolutely everything here. These are the deadlines you literally cannot miss.
If you know you're going to be taking leave, say a planned surgery or an expected due date, you are required to give your employer 30 days advance notice. Now, if it's an emergency, just notify them as soon as is practical for you. On the flip side, once your boss learns you're experiencing a qualifying event, they have exactly 5 days to provide you with a required notice of your rights under the program. Oh, and if you're using bonding leave for a new child, you have exactly a 1-year window from the day of birth or placement to use that time up.
All right, let's keep things moving smoothly. Section 4, avoiding common mistakes.
So the first major pitfall we see involves workplace injuries. If you get hurt on the job, do not, I repeat, do not run straight to the family portal. You absolutely must file a workers' compensation claim first. FAMLI is explicitly not designed to replace workers' comp, so you really need to confirm your condition isn't work-related before you even try filing for these specific benefits.
The second big mistake is account duplication, and this one's a real headache. Say you apply for bonding leave this year, right? And then you end up needing medical leave next year. You cannot just create a second claimant account with a new email address if it links back to the exact same social security number. The system is going to flag it immediately. You have to use one single account for everything. If you accidentally create duplicates, you'll be forced to call the customer care line to get them merged, and trust me, that is only going to delay your payments.
Let's clear up some confusion in Section 5, FAQs and FMLA crossovers.
Okay, let's break this alphabet soup down, because people ask about this all the time. While these two types of leave often run concurrently, meaning at the exact same time, they are very different beasts. The Federal Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, is strictly unpaid leave. You apply for that one directly through your employer's HR department. Colorado Family, on the other hand, is paid leave, and you apply for it directly through the state's online portal. Now, they both generally offer 12 weeks of standard leave, but how they're funded and who actually manages them, entirely separate things.
And here's a really crucial nuance to keep in mind about your own employer's specific policies. Your company might actually integrate FAMLI with their existing benefits. So for instance, if your employer offers short-term disability or their own paid parental leave, they can legally require you to apply for and use your state FAMLI benefits as a condition for getting those extra company-provided perks. So please, always check with your HR department on exactly how their internal policies coordinate with the state plan.
Almost done. Let's wrap things up with Section 6, resources and final takeaways.
So, what happens if your claim gets rejected, or if you think the state calculated your wages incorrectly? Don't panic. There is a strict process for this. Step 1 is always to request a reconsideration, and you can do this right inside the My Family Plus portal. You cannot just jump straight to a lawsuit or a formal appeal. Only after the division actually completes that reconsideration process, and if you still disagree with the outcome, only then can you move on to Step 2 and file a formal appeal.
The big takeaway here is that if you need help, you are not alone in navigating this bureaucracy. The My Family Plus portal is basically your home base. If you run into complex issues, you can call their customer care line at 1-866-CO-FAMILY or just shoot them an email. And honestly, never underestimate your own employer's HR department. While they don't approve the state funds themselves, they are required to guide you on how state leave interacts with your specific job. Now, we do need to add a quick disclaimer here. As we all know, state laws, premium rates, and maximum benefit amounts, they all update over time. I mean, just look at that new neonatal leave category opening up in 2026. Because of that, the information we cover today is subject to change. Always make sure you're consulting the official Colorado Department of Labor and Employment website or chatting with your own qualified HR professional just to ensure you have the absolute most up-to-date figures when you're actually ready to apply.
I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Life is, well, it's wildly unpredictable, right? Are you prepared to claim the time and money you deserve when a crisis or a major milestone happens? Please, don't wait until you're sitting in an emergency room or a delivery ward to try and figure this all out. I highly encourage you to check your wage eligibility today. Bookmark that My Family Plus portal and just ensure you have your login.gov credentials ready to go. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take care of yourself and your loved ones.